Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Pumpkinhead figure from Syndicate Collectibles. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and I cannot even tell you how long I've been waiting for a highly articulated Pumpkinhead figure, and Syndicate has delivered in spades here. Oh man, it's so good. I mean, the sculpt is absolutely on point. You can see just all the fine details there. Again, looks exactly like the monster suit. Not only that, but I mean, proportions are pretty much dead on. Like they did not sacrifice any of that to get this across, and that just makes it all the better. You just get all the little details, all that like bone and just the, I guess you would call it gaunt. Gaunt always sounds to me like it should be like thick, but no, it means emaciated. But yeah, just such good stuff all around. You can see even the tail, all those kind of segments, kind of comes up to this, little like piece at the end here. Beautiful design. One of my favorite monster designs of all time. And to see this brought to life so beautifully in plastic. Yeah, I love it. Not only that, but obviously you got that kind of fleshy cream colored plastic as the base, but then they did perfect job with the accents here, with all the kind of air dry brushing sort of look. All the veins are brought out with that kind of gray paint. Just looks exactly as it should. Not only that, but like there's nowhere that has not been touched with that as well. I mean, you get some accents here on the musculature. We get all of those details brought out here. Head sculpt, we get the kind of finer points, that bluish gray going on the top, the sides. The face is just absolutely dead on. Bright white eyes. Mouth is this nice, like deep magenta. Just really sticks out beautifully. And yeah, we get the rest of it. And the claws here at the feet. Just there's so much good stuff. I could go on about this all day, honestly. But suffice to say, just absolutely kick-ass looking figure and everything I could have wanted out of a Pumpkinhead figure. Accessories here are short, sweet, and to the point, and as they should be. I mean, it's not a creature that requires a whole ton, and I really like that they kind of showed some restraint in that regard, as much as I love accessories. So I actually start off with heads. So right out of the box, we do get the kind of open mouth, kind of snarling head. Again, we looked at that in the last section. Positively beautiful. Then we get the kind of neutral expression. It's kind of that relaxed smile. Just they totally captured that expression. And yeah, beautifully done. Again, paint all around, especially here you kind of notice it more around the lips. Kind of looks more like a smile with that kind of dark line going across the mouth. Then we get the kind of grinning face. And again, just beautifully done. The eyes are perfect here. Absolutely love it. Especially you really pick up on that kind of reddish tone around the eyes with this head. And, yeah, gorgeous. I love it. Love it. And then we do get one extra hand. It's a right hand. It's a gripping hand. As you can see those claws painted beautifully. Even the palm, even though it's kind of curved in here, and that's something that will probably rub off if you put the accessory in enough. Still painted all the way. Love that attention to detail. And then finally, for that gripping hand, we do get the cross that he carries at one point in the movie. Just really nice wood grain, kind of dark wash over that brown plastic. Just makes it look exactly as it should. Beautifully done all around. That will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are positively beautiful. As we can see, freestanding kicks, not something I expect to get out of this figure, and yet here we are. Just wonderful. Could not ask for more. There are things I do have critiques for here, but they are minor. And so starting off with the head, we do get a barbell joint that's coming from the body into the base of the neck. And that does pop out relatively easily. So we can see that joint there. We can see that the head kind of just has this port. It just kind of plugs in. So you got to be careful of that. I can see it definitely getting annoying for a lot of people. But you can look up about that far, look down about that far, as it should be able to look down. Get some really nice side to side. And of course you get rotation. So just be careful. Definitely push down as you move it, just to kind of keep it in place. Then the arms are hinge and swivel for our shoulders, coming up into a perfect T. We get rotation there, not at the bicep though. We do get a single joint at the elbows, only brings us to 90. And we get rotation there as well. I guess that's it. My only critique here is really that I wish they got gave us a little bit more range to kind of like come in here, and that's going to reflect in the legs as well. Then the hands, we are hinge and swivel, all horizontal. We get a ball joint at the diaphragm, ball joint at the waist for some absolutely beautiful crunch, some fantastic arch back, some nice side to side and rotation from both of those as well. So again, just really, really nice range. And the hips coming out, not full splits, but damn close. Front kick, not a full 90. Don't necessarily need it, but it would have been nice to get a little bit more there. We can rotate on that joint as well. We are single jointed here at the knee. Again, not even really reaching 90 here. Again, we're stopped a little early. We get a little bit of rotation there as well. Top of the foot, come to about there. So almost 90 there, can fully straighten out. Get some rotation there as well, which does help with poses. For the feet, we already hinge and swivel. So we can fully point. We can come up about that far, so really nice. And then we get lots of nice rocker. Then finally, we get the tail, which is on a hinge. You can rotate that as well. And then we also get some bendy wire. So really excellent stuff all around here. I just wish, again, there was a little more range in the legs and the elbows. But beyond that, I mean, you can still get fantastic. Oh, and the head pops off. But again, something you can definitely work with. But yeah, that is articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some horror figures from Mezco, Four Horsemen, and NECA, with some domestics, with some imports, with some other monsters. Finally, with Articulate Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Pumpkinhead figure from Syndicate Collectibles is that I absolutely adore this figure. This is something, again, that I've waited a long, long time for. Pumpkinhead is one of my favorite horror movies, period. It's something I kind of need to watch every year. It just somehow also immaculately captures both like the height of fall and height of summer vibes for a horror movie. It's so good. And just, yeah, this figure, just pretty much everything I wanted out of an articulated Pumpkinhead figure. My only real kind of critique is that I wish that we got a little more range out of the limbs, particularly the elbows, knees, etc. But everything else here is absolutely on point. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I just get happy looking at it, and that's the mark of a truly good figure, and that's really what we're looking for, right? Just something you see on your shelf and you're like, hell yeah, and you pose it and you're like, hell yeah. Just this is that for me. And yeah, this is undoubtedly showing up on my top 13 this year, so we'll see where it falls. But yeah, cannot recommend this enough. Certainly if you're a Pumpkinhead fan, or if you just like really good horror figures, this is there. I cannot wait to see what Syndicate does from here, because they revealed a bunch of stuff at SDCC, and I can't remember half of it because this is what I was focused on. But yeah, I'm excited. So they're doing a great job. So if anyone from Syndicate's watching this, keep doing what you're doing. Cannot wait. And yeah, this is available. Various online resources. This actually showed up on Target, which is how I got this one. I do have another one in my pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store. I definitely want a backup of this. So yeah, wish you the best of luck in getting yours. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and some entertaining. And if that's the case, I hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures just like this. So yeah, come on back. Let's have a time. Let's just escape the world for a while and look at some really nice plastic. But at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.